What's good, YouTube? It's your boy ETGJ, man. We back at the rim with another layup like AI. Like AI back in 01, 02, man. We coming at it back to back to back. So I ain't gonna take too much of y'all time, man. You know, we going over everything to gain, nothing to lose. So today, man, we got Lil Blood asking Adam 22 some tough questions, man. Some controversial questions. Questions that the people want to know. I know y'all want to know. I want to know too. So he asking people the real questions, stuff that everybody kind of want to know. And from what I heard, he giving him some real questions that's, you could call it pressing. Some questions might have Adam sweating a little bit, but nonetheless, we about to see, we about to find out. I ain't gonna take too much of y'all time. Let's get into
How do you feel when people like, Adam's a culture vulture, or no jumper is this, they're doing this, they're doing that? Like, how do you feel? Like I said, I follow your page.
Feel almost nothing.
I follow your page, right? And I seen some Chicago shit, and they
Mhm.
was like, man, I told him not to.
it. I feel almost nothing. Nothing. It doesn't affect me. That's crazy. You don't feel nothing. Adam cold. Adam cold blooded. That's one thing I've learned. Adam
To
cold
answer
blooded.
this,
He
it
don't
was kind
care.
of like a few
He
people
want the
making posts
bread.
about it, and I'm like, damn. So I just started this podcast shit, and I haven't really got no big ass backlash and shit like that.
Mm.
But how does that make you feel? And you still got to get up the next morning and come do your job. Like, how do?
It doesn't even scratch the surface of my brain for
But
the
you're
day.
human, Adam.
Yeah, I'm human. I'm just trying to figure out ways to pour it up.
I just saw that.
You got a ginger ale?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just don't want. When
um,
I do my podcast, I don't be showing different little
I
labels and
feel
stuff.
like the average person could not comprehend how much I have to read about myself and how much I don't care. So I mean, come call them a culture vulture is like whatever. That's nothing.
What is a culture vulture in your books?
Adam making so much money and millions off of this, bro. He don't care what y'all tweeting about him, especially with his wife and all that stuff. Bro, he could care less. They making millions. They could care less. I couldn't do it. But hey, I respect it. He cold. He cold.
Culture vulture, somebody who comes into the culture, I guess, and tries to make money off it without giving like a sincere, without really being a part of it. You
Do
know?
you feel you gave back and you were part of it?
Yeah, I've been into this shit my whole life. A lot of
Hmm.
people like apparently feel like my lived
My whole
experience
life.
doesn't give me enough authority to have opinions on shit. That doesn't mean anything to me. I don't give a fuck what they think about me. Um,
Basically, people saying that Adam is white, so he shouldn't have a say and a voice in this culture. That's basically what he's saying.
I've been listening to rap for like 20 years. If I didn't have an interesting perspective on rap, way longer than 20 years. I'm 39. I've been listening to rap for 30 years. And if I didn't have the kind of perspective that people were interested in hearing, then I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So that shit don't really scratch the surface. In terms of that Chicago shit you're referring to, I just feel like they're soft as fuck and they just were being babies about shit. So I mean, that also doesn't really.
Saying somebody from Chicago, especially old block and like 63, he talking about Tay Savage. I think his beef with Dirk, I think, but that's crazy. Calling somebody from Chicago soft. You know what Chicago is? God, yo, that is crazy.
It takes a lot to get to my brain. People say the worst shit about me. So like the little things, culture vulture, that don't mean nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, have you ever seen like a down spike in your views? Like, damn, my shit going bad because they think I'm fucking with the culture, or
Oh
like,
no,
do
no.
it?
No, I mean we had a down like a dip in views when the hosts left for like maybe 2 months, but
Mhm.
right now we're right back where we were at before. And I mean, but never like those are the kind of accusations that don't do anything.
Right,
People calling you a culture vulture don't mean nothing.
right,
All that means is that you're doing a good job and you're asking the shit people want to hear.
right. So, man to man, right? Um, the host that was left and shit.
He might got a point. He might got a point. Same thing with Vlad. Vlad just asking the questions. Y'all ain't got to answer it. I'm asking questions that a lot of people want to know. You ain't got to answer it. You just make for a more entertaining, video and more attention to you and me.
I'm not about to get out on that business. I'm not gonna do that. But I have a high level of respect for Smack and T Rail. I just met Eddie at that little shit,
Mm-hmm.
at that little live show, but I have a high level of respect for Smack and T Rail, especially Smack. I met Smack in Oakland. Like I didn't even know he was from LA when I met Smack. I met Smack in Oakland,
Mhm.
and they good brothers. And man to man, like in some ways, do you regret that shit or wish it could have went differently?
I think they probably regret it. For me, no, I don't really give a shit at this point. You know, it was a little rough to have to make it over that hump,
Mhm.
but no, it wasn't really.
Okay. And making it over that hunt, what did that consist of? Just keep content, keep consistent.
Getting more hosts, you know, putting a little bit of time between it, you know, like even like people think I'm supposed to be super upset about them leaving. I got Whack 100. We started a show together. The show's crushing any of the shows that we had before.
Mm.
Way more views. People are
Y'all let me know if the Wet 100 show with Adam pretty good. I heard it's pretty straight. Heard it's pretty
way
straight.
more into it. It's just, I don't know. For somebody like me, it's like, yeah, like rough patches come about. You grind through it, you make it through it. You know, my career will not be defined by the people that I had on this platform. And if anything, in the future, if any of those people who left, if they end up becoming extremely successful in media, I mean, that will be part of my history in
Yeah,
media.
for
It's like,
sure.
look at these people whose careers I helped start. Now, I think that they kind of left under like a false pretense, acting like they were victims or like I was doing anything negative to them. That's the part that I didn't appreciate. But ultimately, like, do I really like care that much? Not really. I mean, it was
He did give niggas a lot of eyes on them and opportunities. I will say that Adam gave guys, a lot of guys opportunities and a lot of eyes on them.
unfortunate that
For
it
real.
went down the way it went down, but I made it right through it.
Right, right. Let's get on some day shit. I don't like you need to come fuck with our culture more. Like, I know you love LA. You did a lot for this culture, but bro, we got some shit going on in Northern California.
You
And I'm
do.
not just gonna say the Bay Area.
But is it still lit? Because I feel like there was a period of time during 2017, 2018, 2019, whatever, even like where constantly I was getting put on to all kinds of different like feuds and beefs and interesting things that were going on in the music and shit. And then lately, I feel like it's been a minute since I really got somebody
Um,
telling me you got to check out this Bay Area art or NorCal artist, etc.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Um, it's definitely still lit. We definitely still got hella talent that you haven't tapped into. And as far as like the fuse and all them beef rapping shit, I don't even pay attention to that shit. Like that shit can get you killed.
A lot of times, that's the entry point to us knowing about shit. Though is
Beefs.
like
That's sad as fuck, ain't it? Like
mm,
I ain't gonna know about you unless you dead or are you catching a body? That's fucked up.
I mean, with street rap, a lot of times it's like the shit
That's a good example. Like for real, a lot of guys you don't hear about them until they did. Like Tech K, we didn't hear about Tech K till he was on a run. Like this nigga was on the run and started blowing up. His music started blowing up, which is crazy.
doesn't really become so big that people from other states find out about it until
Mhm.
there is a conflict and there is something for people to make YouTube videos
S-
about and shit.
So basically, you saying, fuck your music if you're not going viral smoking somebody.
No, you could be interesting in other ways. It's just typically like that a lot of times
Got
plays into
him.
people who are actually getting attention, right?
He
That's
got
crazy.
him.
Like when we first found out about Briss, it
It's
was
like,
like,
nah.
oh, he has beef with these people. Look at this song. This song is talking about this person and yada yada. And that was like a very easy sort of entry point for us to be like, oh, okay, like this is interesting. Now the music is good, but like in terms of it rising to the level that a bunch of people who are not from anywhere near there are paying attention to it, a lot of times the beef shit is kind of what makes people really stand up and pay attention to it. I'm not saying it needs to be that way or that it's great that it is that way, but I mean,
Fuck that. That make Adam a lot of money. Kill each other. Fuck you talking about?
nah, I don't want anybody to die.
Ah,
You
you
think I
don't
want
want
people to
not,
die?
not to die, but you
Yeah.
want them to funk.
No, I don't want them to. If anything,
I just
like
wanna get-
I'm happy as fuck seeing Tay Savage and FYBJ Main on stream together and everything, and
This nigga done made millions off of niggas beefing and killing each other. Let's stop the cap.
they are just acting in ways that I haven't seen in a while. I'm like, damn. So Tay Savage is now setting the precedent of being a BD rapper in Chicago that is able to hop on live and just have these cool ass conversations with people that he is supposed to fucking hate and he is supposed to go to war with if he runs into him in real life. I think that's an amazing development.
So Tay Savage, the little light skinned guy with the dreads, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Like a He's like a boy down there in Chicago.
He's a big deal. Yeah, he was locked up for like 10 years and he just got out. So it's kind of crazy. People are shocked to see him back on the streets.
Okay. What he like drill rap a part of that whole scene?
Yeah.
He like O Block?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tweak on it.
No, it's good shit. You tweak on everything, huh?
Tweak.
The slang up there is what always gets me too.
Yeah,
but no, I feel like all right, the NorCal shit and why it like oftentimes feels like it's staying in a box and it's like hard for that shit to break
talk
through.
to us because the whole NorCal gonna watch this interview.
Yeah,
give me, and I always ask that question to the NorCal artists, like, why you think we ain't on that next level yet? From your point of view, Adam 22, what's wrong with Northern California rap?
I think it's just kind of, it's insular. It's like the trends and the styles and everything are sort of like very, very specific to that place. And when you look at a lot of these Chicago rappers that people fuck with, it's like they don't have like a super unique, crazy way of dressing. They don't have like, you know, they have some like different types of slang and stuff, but for the most part, you could probably listen to all Tay Savage's records and understand exactly what the fuck he's talking about without being from there. But at the same time, when I listen to a Mozzie record, there's all kinds of shit that I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And even like more underground artists, maybe Mozzie over the years has made his shit a little bit more legible to outsiders. Or
just like Tuka, people were saying, what's going on Tuka? People thought Tuka was weed. But Tuka was really a real person that, got killed, in Chicago. So,
or whatever. But like a lot of it is just hella foreign. And like even the hyphy movement is like perfect example of it. It's like, yes, it's dope as fuck that the culture had its own wave and its own thing going on. And it was very unique and stuff. But a lot of times like a music scene can be like too unique that the rest of the country has a hard time getting it.
Me personally, I just think people ain't catching on because a lot of people, like we talk about, getting money, sending bitches, and sliding. Like them the three main things damn near any rapper talk about. But in Northern California, it's getting money out of bitch or getting money.
Everybody rap about that.
Feel me? Sliding and shit. What was the other one? I don't know,
But basically, man, y'all get the gist of the video by then. I think they was going in on some Oakland stuff, but y'all get the gist of the video, man. I feel like Lil Blood asked some really good questions, some stuff that people really want to know, controversial type stuff. And, it was a good interview, man. They both bounced off each other pretty well, asked some good questions and whatnot. So, again, man, let me know, man, y'all want more videos like this. More content like this, no Jumper podcasts, other podcasts, the hip hop videos. Let me know, man. Because, we coming at it back to back to back, everything to gain, nothing to lose, man. And, I'm going to catch y'all in this next video. Peace.